Hi, this is Andreas. So we're back with that car, which is on the ramp still, amazingly. I fixed it up. You just see me ragging it in the last video. So don't let me drive your car and fix it, because you know after I've fixed it, it won't be any good. But this doesn't take any damage, of course. We got 374. What a crappy amount of money for that. But then again, it was a quick job. We'll see if we've got any points, and 1 point. So I would like to see if I could get this, and I can. This one is 5% discount in shops. I would suggest that's better than having 50% faster part installing and removal, because they're quite quick enough. 10% faster walking, I do not want that, because you can't control it. You're with the keyboard, you're walking backwards and forwards, and it really is awkward to stop and start. 50% part examination, you really don't need that. I mean, it's not worth it. The only one that's worth it is this, if it leads you on to getting this, which is expanding your garage. So we just want that one next, if we can get it. Yes, we can. So that's brilliant. I'm happy with that. This is a different path slightly than the way that I did it before, but matters not. Eventually when we get to where we're going, we can actually take, you know, better things. There's another job's just come in. That's for brakes. We'll have that one. There's one for suspension. So we'll take that order. We won't do the one that's for the engine just yet, but there was the other one there which was for the suspension. We'll take that one. We'll get that fixed. Take that order. That gives us more experience in a way, because need some more space near the main gate. Sorry, we have to do this first. Put it on the ramp. We won't be driving this one, of course, and then we can bring in this other car with the suspension, so we don't lose it, because we've only got 225. We can't fix it in 225. We can't fix the other car in 225, should I say. So this car needs brake pads, brake disc ventilator, brake caliper. So since there's more than 3 things on this, I reckon we should also go buy some more parts, but we'll just get this car up on the ramps first and get started with this wheel. We'll time it as well. We've got it just up on the ramps at about 2:44. We'll say 2 minutes just to make it easy. We should already have a disc vented, so we'll go back into repair mode. We can see that his came off at 13% or worse. We'll put these on. We see that his pads came off at 28 or worse. I'll assume that they want new ones on. We'll put the caliper back on. We need some more pads. His brake caliper cylinder pots, as we used to call them, I don't know if that's a standard name that all garages call them, but we used to call them. We'll put some new pots on that brake cylinder, and we'll stick his wheels back on, or his wheel. That's that one. We'll see where we stand. That's his vented disc. So another brake caliper and a pad. I think we did need some pads. I would like to save some of these things, but you know, we can sell those just to get them out of the way, because I don't think we're going to be able to make any money repairing those. We might be able to repair those, so you know, we've got a couple of calipers. We've got some of these. These are for the older cars, as is with these pistons. We've got enough of those. We ain't got the repair bench yet, but we will have in the next 10. So we just need what did I say we needed? And we're actually on the timer, aren't we? So we'll crack on. I'll find out on this wheel. I could have actually just examined this on inside, but now I've started, I'll finish. I've started, so I'll finish. let's just have a look inspection wise. Is it going to give me a chance to inspect? Thank you. I'm assuming that if it goes green, I still don't know, that it's alright. So we will assemble the wheel. I actually was going to go to the back, but you know, try and get the speed up, because I think each job gives you a little bit of experience. Be careful of getting yourself into a routine of walking round and round and round the car. When you've got a wheel next to you, just do it, you know. That one there is going to be the pad, of course. No, it's not. Caliper? No, everything's okay on that wheel, so I think that was a mistake, of course. But you can't know these things until frozen without checking it. We could have raised the car up and gone underneath and done an inspection, but you know, we know it's not that wheel now. There's only one wheel left that it can possibly be. Have this one off. This is definitely going to be the caliper. You can see it's already rusty. Grab that off there. We'll inspect. Well, that's going to be coming off as well. So now we can put them back on. We can see all these calipers needed. So we need another 5 brake caliper, brake linings as it were, into the shop. Come on. Brakes. And if you remember why we buy 5, because we're always going to be using them, and then that allows us to be able to see the ones that we've got as we take them off, because you usually get to see 6. So as you see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 positions. The one we took off was maybe 29% or worse, because as you can see they get worse and worse, and well, they don't actually. They get, it's 29, 28, 24, yes they do get worse, 19, 15 and 2, so this could have been any of those, but regardless of which, we need to put on a new one. And then his brake caliper could have been that one, so I usually put that one on without even reading it, and then I usually put the last one of these on, and that usually makes sure that he gets either a decent one. I also check the level of which he wants his repair to be, which in this case is 96%. We can stick the tyre on, the wheel on, and he's got back. That should be the job complete. And of course I did delay that job a little bit. It's all ticked. Get rid of it. 3821. We can check to see if we, well, let's get this car on the ramps. Oh, we'll be ramming this one actually. Tell you, we'll be ragging it, and we'll just see if there's another job. There's another brake job in. We don't want to do the engine jobs straight away, because the engine jobs generally filters need replacing. We could do that, but let's just get the brake jobs out of the way. 43%, that's quite a low. If we can get some brakes off this other car, which don't need doing, then you know, I haven't driven that car before, I don't think. No, I haven't. Kiran, whatever that is. Let's bung this straight up on the ramp. And this one needed steering rack and the sway bar. So we are going to be talking, let's lift it right up. We could at this point just do an overview. So there you are. Oops. Let's get under the car this away. And we'll remove they call it the outer tie rod, but We have to remove the wheel first, of course. Yeah, fair enough. We used to remove the wheel in most cases, but you can actually remove some tie rod ends without removing the wheel. But you still need to do it because of the tracking. But you know, if you needed to move the car around, you definitely do need to take the wheel off and put it back on again. So you can't what am I saying? You can't obviously move the car without the wheel on unless you've got it on some sort of a trolley, you know. We used to have this bogey board, or a bogey board, that we could put the front end of the car on. It had 4 casters on the front, and you could actually lift the car. We used to put it on the front axle and on the back axle. Then you could take the wheels off it and you could bool it sideways. And we used to do that anyway with the wheels on, jack it up on these bogey boards so that we could slot it in places. But often we'd take the tyres off and then lower it onto these bogey boards and then wheel them in sideways. So we will go, and before we go in the computer, quick check on the parts conditions. Wheel down to the bottom, you'll see that we need oh, I forgot to see, did it say 47% on this car? I don't know. The percentage was 43%. So the percentage on the parts needs to be a new steering rack. That's 45%. That'll be okay. That'll be okay to put back on. So we just need a new steering rack for this car. Hang on, in the wrong place. Steering rack, 760 quid. Should have got one from Scrappy. He only wants 43% repair. We're in assemble mode. Where's the... Ah, there it is. So if you've got some old parts you could put on the car, I would advise that you do that rather than, you know, put brand new parts on all the time. It's not going to let us see that one. .47% on his wheel, or his tyre, whichever one it was, I never saw. Can we actually see this without moving? No, we can. So assemble. Is it fixed? Sway bar. Oh god, forgot the sway bar. I'll take the wheels off again. Forgot all about the sway bar. This will happen to you too. So I'm not a complete fool. Some parts are missing, as we say. And then we'll shift over to the other side. Wherever it's gone, where's the other side? It says that drunk. There was a guy who was a drunk and he says, let's get in there please. He was staggering along the pavement and he stopped somebody and says, could you direct me to the other side of the road? And the guy he asked says, certainly, it's over there, look. And he says, that's not right. He says, because I've just asked somebody and he said it was over here. I've just asked somebody on that side and he said it was over here. Right, so now we can take the sway bar off, front sway bar. And what's the type of this front sway bar? It is nothing, just front sway bar. But hang about, I thought we wanted 47%. It's that what's needs. Have I read it wrong? Steering rack, sway by. Oh my God! Have I turned a lot of trouble for myself? Yes, I have. You'll do this as well. I know you will. So it's all right. Don't rag me about it. Let's put that back on. 61%. Let's put that back on. There's a lot of useless wasted time here. 55% will be fine for this guy. Let me go and buy a new one of these. And this is another part as well that I actually buy lots of. There's two types, but generally Sway will give you these. Was it a tie rod beginning? I don't know. I'll just buy 4 of them, and I will buy 4 of these. And then you can actually fix these things up. So we'll put a new one on because we haven't got an old one to put on. But if you take an old one off another car, you might be able to very well get away. 47%, that's great. Now I was going to take this on the track. We're at 16 minutes, so we might as well. Let's just see. Sway bar front end link is not fixed. 43%. Let's have another look. 43%, well that's 44%. 44%. I don't want to sell. He said, it says on his car 43%. It will take repair with minimal parts condition, and minimal parts condition in this case I've got one which is at 44%. So 43 is less than 44, am I right? It was when I was at school. Or maybe I put the wrong one on. 55%, just a minute. 55%, where's my grandson's coming in? But I'm going to just ignore him for a little bit while I finish this video. Why isn't it giving me a chance to put the wheels back on? Ah. 53% on those two. I'm being either particularly thick here, or this is taking me a long time for no reason. Let's have another look. Still sway bar front end. Am I not reading it right? Rear end link. Bah, bah, bah. Humbug. So he can have his stupid link back then. No, don't want to sell it. he can have his stupid other link back then. I bought the wrong link. That's because I'm talking to you lot, you know. That's the reason. I'm not concentrating. I blame you. Take it off, please. Gotta take the wheel off again. Oh my god. In the real world? No? So that was a waste of time. You'll get jobs like this. I don't think we'll have time maybe to take it back. Let's put him his old part on 44%. Right, so you know, for some reason I got it in my head it was a front link. Let's just try and speed this job up a little bit more and go and get the sway bar rear end. Let's have 5 of those. I know I'm spending money, that's like 500 quid that I ain't got to spend on a car, but to be honest with you, when you get to the point where there it is. So that came in handy, that inspection mode. We'll take the tyre off again, which is, you know, you don't really have to do that, you can support that. You don't need the wheel off in real life. But only for access, but if you've got ramps you can take it up on the ramp. Put him a new one in, because that's all we've got. Now then, that job should be finished. Even if you found other parts that are not the right condition, it shouldn't really cost you any more time there. It's all finished. 1,800 for this, but I wanted to go and rag it on the track, and we've got like what, 8 minutes, so we can do. I know I've got a car in the drive, but this is one of the false things in this. You should be able to move that car to there, or you should be able to drive it forwards to there, but you can't. But you can actually still go racetrack. RX-7. RX-7 is the one I was thinking about. But it's not RX-7 apparently. I think it's an RX-5. Is what somebody else was telling me. In a comment on another video, they were saying it's actually an RX-5, and they must know because they've got one. Is what they were saying. Now, in my summer car, for instance, I can talk constructively about the what they call the Satsuma, and it's actually the Cherry, the Datsun Cherry, and I've had arguments with people about that. They say no, it's that Satsuma. So, well, I've never heard of a Satsuma. I'm not saying there isn't one, but I'm saying I've never heard of one. Right, we're going over to the controller. Vroom, vroom, vroom. Oh, this is this car, of course. One of the first cars I ever drove around this track, but this one's not so good. Not now, it isn't anyway. I just broke it. And I think you should have manual gears and be allowed to change the gears, but no. I don't think it's basically a driving game, is it? They aren't portraying it as a driving game. Just pulling left and right as I'm driving. Shouldn't be able to cut the corners, it should say fill lap, and you cut the corner. feels faster than the other cars that I've driven on here, but you know, and I've actually got a 115 in this before today. When I first drove it, I had to do about half a dozen laps to get 115 out of it. But I've got a video with that on. I don't think your first start lap is going to be good when you first start out in a car like this, because you can't come through the start line at speed. So you've got to do a lap in order to get, and then don't do that, of course. It's always not a good sign. Because I'm scared of braking too much. Sometimes it just pulls across for no reason like that. And the idea is to keep at least two wheels, to be honest about it, to keep two wheels on one side of that the corner curb, because if you cross the corner curb with two wheels, then effectively you're not taking the corner. They'll allow, in most cases, two wheels to go over the curb so that it passes under you. But if you go actually right off, depends on what the race is and what they're saying the rules are. Sometimes your wheels aren't allowed to go over the thing, but mostly they are in most races. And you can see, if I hadn't been for those two crashes, I could have actually made a 115. Let's go for a 115 this time. See how unstable the car is? It's because the suspension's all crap. This car's a right wreck. And some corners don't obviously count on some tracks. Depends, like that one there, the quick cut on, that might not count. This would be safe, and this would be safe to do that on a lot of tracks. As long as you keep at least two wheels on the racetrack at any one time, then you're okay. Generally. If we can get under that sign up there for 58, then we're doing okay. Yes. We might make a 115. Now if we don't get it all out of shape. Yay! 117. Let's try one more. $11. Yep. Made that first corner. Let's try and get this one right this time. 20. Cut this corner. I would have filled the lap there. This might do it. I wasn't very fast on this straight on the last lap. 103 under the bridge. Yes. 110. So maybe you'd want to put your laps in as a reply video into my channel, and maybe mention my channel in your channel, I don't know. That would be great if you put your video in my channel and just link to it, and I'll, you know, let you do that. As long as it's a proper reply video, I'm not coming just blatantly advertising my channel. I don't know if you're allowed to do that even. Let's see if we can make a little community of mechanic simulator 2018 racers. And this car isn't my car, and I haven't got everything. You know, you've just seen me pull it out of the. That's not going to be a fast lap. You've just seen me pull it out of the customer's hands and I'm going to give him it back smoking. It's rocking all over the road. You only need some rock and roll music in this car now. And the other thing is, don't put music in your videos because it just gets content strikes. There's no point. 113. I haven't beaten a 110. Nope, it's not going round. It's not going round. It's not going round. Anyway, that's it. We're done because we're at 30 minutes. So I will see you in the next video. And in the next video, we'll sell this. We'll sell it. We'll let the customer have it back and charge him some money for ragging it round the track for us. You know. I see you in the next episode. Tatty bye.